Hey everyone, today's video is on aridity, and it's been a few weeks since I've had any inspiration in my spiritual life and my prayer life, which I suppose is only appropriate for this subject matter. So I thought I would just describe my experience with aridity and how I'm choosing to respond to it. So it's been, like I said, about 3 weeks since I've had any sort of consolation in prayer. I'm not sure how long this will go on, but this is just part of the normal spiritual life. And I know Teresa of Avila talks about how you will go through these periods of trial and that they are God testing you to see that you really want it, that you're willing to persevere without consolation, when it's just you and God and nothing, a test of your dedication. And I know one of the tips that St. Ignatius of Loyola offers in the face of aridity is to openly discuss your aridity. So here we are. But that one of the steps to overcome it is to acknowledge it. And as well, one of the only inspirations that I've gotten, in an otherwise arid period of 3 weeks was the inspiration to do this video on aridity. So I think, God's got a little joke for me that, of course, for me to speak on this, I have to experience it. It's been interesting because in this period, I have looked back on the series of videos that I have made and wondered to myself where the inspiration for those come from. And I know where it came from, but to feel like I don't understand my own videos in the way that I know I did when I made them has been both humbling and provided a lot of insight, just to always know that nothing we ever do is out of our own ability and it's all by the grace of God. One thing that has provided some sense of solace and that I've noticed and falls right in line with St. Ignatius of Loyola's advice in spiritual warfare is that one of the things that changed for me is although I started attending Mass more often, I was going to adoration less often because there's only so many hours in the day, right? But I did get a chance to go to adoration last night for a good while, and I entered with a lot of combative thoughts and just not at peace, and by the end of it I left with a total sense of peace, and that has really pointed out to me the great importance of going to regular adoration and just spending that time with Christ, because that's where all your peace will come from. So that is one of my biggest pieces of advice I'm going to try to apply to myself, and I would have to offer to anyone who is experiencing their own period of aridity would be, don't change your spiritual habits. Stay on the path that you were on, or even maybe increase them, as challenging as that may seem. And yeah, adoration and the Mass, of course. So that's all I've got for today. Hopefully we'll find ourselves in a period of greater consolation in the future, and we'll have more videos for you. Thanks.